There. So we are in chapter 7 today, and chapter 7 is really a continuation of chapter 6, where God is giving instructions to the priests, right, on how they are to receive the offerings and everything like that. So here he talks about the guilt offering, the fellowship offering, and other instructions. So when it came to the guilt offering, really he's giving the same instructions that we read of in the previous chapters, only that now he's only referring to the priests, right? So they are to get the burnt offering that was slaughtered, sprinkle blood towards the sides of the altar and everything like that, and then keep some for themselves. So there were different offerings that they could keep for themselves. In fact, God gave such specific instructions that there were certain offerings that you only keep the right thigh of the animal, nothing else. Nothing else, right? So you don't get the left one. The right one is the one that will belong to the priest. There were instructions where he specifically said this will belong to Aaron, or this will belong equally to his sons, right? Like the grain offering. So every grain offering, whether it was mixed with olive oil or it was dry, belonged equally to all the sons of Aaron. So they were to share that, right? Now, when it came to the fellowship offering, God in chapter 7 divides it into three. There's the Thanksgiving offering, the vow offering, and the free will offering. So the free will, really, it's one that you just want to give. No special occasion, nothing has happened, you haven't sinned, nothing really, but you just want to give an offering to the Lord. Then when it comes to the vow offering, it was an offering given in fulfillment of a vow. So if somebody made a vow to the Lord and that vow was fulfilled, then you could give an offering. The Thanksgiving offering, though, even though it was under the fellowship offering, was given where something good has happened, where you just wish to show thanks to the Lord. Perhaps you've survived, you got sick, and then you've survived that sickness. You give a Thanksgiving offering to the Lord. Maybe you were involved in an accident. I'm trying to bring it home. I'm trying to bring it into today's time. Calamity hit you. You were diagnosed with a sickness and now you are free. You were in an accident and you survived the accident. And I love the offerings and the regulations in Leviticus because we can use them even today. And I always say that we may not give an animal, but we have money as the currency today, and we can literally give an offering and say, Lord, I thank you. I've been looking for a job for a long time and I've now found a job. Here is a Thanksgiving offering. I was involved in an accident and I survived. Other people died. Here is a Thanksgiving offering. Lord, my mother was sick and now she's well. Here is a Thanksgiving offering. So we can also practice these things and just show thanks to our God. Now, when we go further down in chapter 7, there's a part where God is telling Moses that he should forbid the Israelites from eating any fat or any blood, right? Don't drink any blood, don't eat any fat. Now, the fat portions of every animal were regarded as the best portions. These were the best portions. So it was appropriate that these ones are only given to God. So they were only for God. And if you've read the previous chapters with me, there's a part where he talks about the fat on the animal, the fat around the kidneys, the fat around the liver, and he gives specific instructions. Those were not to be eaten. Those were to be given to God. And in the same way, blood also was not supposed to be drunk because blood is regarded as life, okay? And life can only come from God. So you were not allowed. It should be returned to God. And that's why blood was sprinkled on the altar. So it was regarded as something that should be returned to God and not used by the people. So I've seen people like literally drink blood, but we'll not go there. And then further on, he goes to talk about the priest's shares, right? In verse 28, verse 30, he talks about the priest's shares. So if you bring an offering, you must bring it with your own hands. Also, that was a very interesting thing I read. The fellowship offering was to be brought with your own hands, like you yourself who's giving thanks. And I love that because it made me think about the fact that you can't delegate giving thanks to God. Like you need to give thanks to God yourself. You can't delegate it and say, no, that person who will pray in church will give thanks for me. No. Or another person, the one who dances the most in church, that one will give thanks to God for me. No. So if you don't know how to give thanks, you don't know how to praise God, you need to learn that, because thanksgiving should be brought by you. You can't delegate it. You're the best person to express your thanks to God, even your thanks to people, right? If somebody has helped you, somebody has done something for you, you can't delegate it and say, thank you. No, give thanks, show that you are thankful. Don't just be thankful, make sure you show it that you are thankful. Don't rely on another person to give gratitude for you. Yeah, but then the priest shares are also very important here, because we get to see this even in the New Testament in 1 Corinthians 9, right? That the people that minister, the people that are serving, the people that are taking care of the house of God are supposed to eat from there as well, right? So Paul even literally says, okay, all these spiritual benefits that I've given you, is it wrong if I also benefit from you materially? Like Paul literally asked that. Right now, if a pastor said that, you will call him a fake papa, you will call him somebody who just wants to eat our money. But then this was literally in the Bible. It has just been dented by the world today. So the ministers are supposed to be taken care of by us, and we should be very generous in that regard. So in conclusion of chapter 7, the Lord really just shows that these are some of the things that were supposed to be presented to him, some of them that were supposed to be served to the priest, because the day that he anointed Aaron and his sons, he commanded that they should have a share even in the generations to come. That was the instruction in verse 36, right? And then he talked about the regulations for the burnt offering, the grain offering, the sin offering, the guilt offering, the ordination offering. Now the ordination offering was the offering that was given at the ceremony where the priests were being inducted, where they were being ordained as priests, right? That's where it was given. And so the fellowship offering as well, and these were given again at Mount Sinai or Sinai, depending on what vegetables you eat. And these were the offerings that were supposed to be given to the Lord, basically. So God gave all these instructions, all these rituals. And I was talking about this the other time, that the devil has dented a lot of things that God did or that God instructed, right? Like right now, you just see in a Nigerian movie how an evil person is the one that's sprinkling blood on the altar. Meanwhile, it was actually a godly thing. But right now in your mind, doesn't even sit well with you, right? Because it's dented. But the devil hasn't created anything. He only contaminates what God himself has created. Even just the prophetic gift, that nganga you're going to, it's just a prophetic gift that has been dented. Like they're now saying, oh, you were Elizabeth, oh, Shani. Tapali, it's just a dented prophetic gift, right? The devil has created nothing. So it's very important that we get to see that these rituals and distractions are not just regarded as rituals and distractions without seeing the heart behind them, without seeing the core thing behind them. And in different churches, we get to see different rituals, different instructions, people kneeling, candles, wearing black and white. A lot of things are done in different churches, right? But I really want us to take note of the fact that we shouldn't just be doing rituals without attaching the true meaning. And you've lost touch of God, yet you're just doing the ritual. And then the affect church to the full uniform. When I'm wearing my uniform, I can't even insult. I can't listen to secular music when I'm wearing my uniform, or when it's a Sunday, because no, you need to be a person that follows these instructions from a hearty place, from a wholehearted place, so that the Lord should not say of you that your lips worship him, yet your heart is far away from him. Your uniform is worshiping him, yet your heart is far away from you. Hi. No. So don't do that. And this is where we end with chapter 7.